With respect to the right to participation under Article 13 of the African Charter, I have specific questions relating particularly to, as part of this general observation, persons with disabilities. Information that I received is that the participation of persons with disabilities in voting, perhaps most notably as candidates, maybe there is a list, in the list of candidates, often the names of persons with disabilities is included, but in often the actual representation, the number of persons with disabilities has been on the decline. So according to one data, for example, a report from the 2022 elections found that 21 out of 47 counties didn't have persons with disabilities in their assemblies. And this is a decline from, for example, the 2013 numbers. And persons with disabilities, specifically women, are particularly affected by this. And I know that Commissioner Abomo would specifically address these issues, but in view of those direct issues raised by persons with disabilities, we would appreciate what specific measures, in the light of this regression, what specific measures would be taken to ensure that persons with disabilities would have better possibilities for being represented in county assemblies, but also in National Assembly of Kenya, in view of the experience from these past situations. With respect to a category of persons with disabilities, particularly those who have psychosocial and intellectual disabilities, there are languages that are used in the laws of Kenya, such as, for example, I think something along the lines of people of unsound mind, and whether this would actually lead to discrimination against persons with psychosocial disabilities. And I think it would be good if you actually think this would be rectified, including from the Constitution, to avoid discrimination against this group of people. And there are specific information relating to access to health services where data is not captured adequately, on issues relating to the right to education, in respect of which the restrictions for persons with disabilities are highlighted specifically. So I would appreciate, therefore, your provisions in terms of the measures that need to be taken, particularly also for women and girls with disabilities. With respect to the adoption of ratification measures, I think I would like to kindly request if Kenya considers ratification of the following instruments. For example, the United Nations Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearances, particularly in the view of some of the experiences that the Kenya National Human Rights Commission reported. Also, such other conventions as the Convention for the Protection and Assistance of Internally Displaced Persons, the Kampala Convention, the Protocol to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights on the Rights of Citizens to Social Protection and Social Security, the Protocol to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights on the specific aspects of the right to a nationality and eradication of statelessness in Africa. And I think it would also be good if you provide us specifics in terms of, for example, the operationalization of some of the acts that have been adopted, such as the Act on Persons with Disabilities. What regulations are being put in place in order to operationalize the Persons with Disabilities Act and also the Social Protection Act of 2025. With respect to, I think, measures taken as far as Article 2 on non-discrimination, Article 2 of the Charter on non-discrimination is concerned, we welcome the various measures that have been taken, but we wonder if it would be good to fill in the gaps that exist if a comprehensive non-discrimination legislation is adopted by Kenya in that respect.